get things cracking. Once again, vibing out to a personal sector review. Probably won't post this one. Either last week. But let's look into how last week did and versus what I talked about and going into this week. Same thing. Ain't nothing changed. Bitcoin is down. Damn, Bitcoin down 2K. That's crazy. Starting with the VIX. VIX. We closed inside day. Damn, jumping ahead. New candles. Oh, I'm jumping all the way ahead. Forex factor first, right? The Forex calendar. Monday, we got a couple of orange folders. Trump's supposed to speak on Tuesday. That's crazy. Consumer confidence. Red folders start on Wednesday. Yeah, we have FOMC. And so that's going to be the biggest thing that we're going to be looking forward to. So that's Wednesday the 28th. Thursday, red folders, unemployment claims, and then Friday the 30th is PPI. So that's what we have for the week as far as volatility. So again, look for FOMC on the 28th. We might stall. We might chop till then, honestly, but we'll see. And new candles that open on Monday or the 3-day, 5-day, the weekly, of course, and the 3-week. So this is also the last trading week of the month, so I'll be looking at that as well. I kind of low key already have. So let's start with the VIX. Start with the VIX monthly. We are still technically a 2 up on the month, but it is starting to form a shooter on the month. Still green, but looking pretty bearish here. Gotta stay above, at least gotta stay above 50% of the previous month now to stay active, but it is looking pretty weak on the month. Like I said, this is our last week. 3 week. Same for the 3 week. It is a 2 up, but it is starting to form a shooter. The weekly closed as a 2 up, bearish 2 up, and the daily closed inside day. So we could play that. It's been holding up this. It was something I had pointed out to Rose. Okay, this 1528. Let me cut some of this off. All right, check this out. 1528, right? I had already had this mark, but each time we hit 1528, we gap up. Well, VIX gaps up, which means the market gaps down. It's bearish. So we did it here. We did it here. Friday the 5th. We tapped 1528 and gapped up. It's a couple more. Where was it? Even here, we closed here, bearish as hell, like no wick and everything. This is on the daily, and you just knew we was gonna continue. And then the next day, it gapped up. We in the middle of this candle. So, there, it was some more. But I ain't gonna make this video too long. I mean, you get it. Y'all can back test and go find it yourselves. I think here too. But yeah. So I was showing that to Rose, like, yeah, 1528 might be something and look forward to. I mean, keep an eye out for, because we tapped it at the end of the day and found support there again. So I don't know. We'll see how the market wants to react. But I'm just throwing it out there. SPY. Oh, I forgot. Let me hit it up here. SPY on the month. I turn it off. 2 up. What is it? 3-week open. We are still a 2 up on the 3-week. Well, actually, yeah, outside 3-week. The weekly closed as a 3-2 down. And so here's this. We are inside a broadening formation. So we could just, like, if we turn this off, you see, it's just, yeah, we're inside of here. So we could just really chop. we in the range, honestly. Oh, my bad. But yeah, that's the weekly. What I said, the 5-day. It's a nice hammer 5-day though. Look, this is nice. And look where it rejected right off the burning from age. Come on now. This is, I like that. I do like that 5-day. Inside 3-day and the daily closed inside as well. We do have some gaps to fill. We didn't fill the gap this past week. So we want to fill that. But y'all saw how VIX was looking, so I wonder how this is going to play out. Yes, on the month. Yes. Outside 3. The weekly hammer. So look, of course, it's gonna look like SPY. So 5-day hammer. Failed to down on the 3-day. That's nice. And inside daily, it also has its gap that it needs to completely fill. So we are in an area where bulls are not out of the woods yet. I would like to fill this gap first. I'd like 69.94, a close above 69.94 to give bulls the upper hand again, because we can reject this gap like we did, like we have been, and push back down. And like I said, remember what VIX looked like. So thank you. Inside, man, this hoe's still chopping. Oh, I'm sorry. It's still stuck, y'all. And be mindful. It has yet to reach it has yet to break last year's all-time high. So we still, yeah. But man, I'm trying to tell you, when y'all be in attendance. Cause y'all know what compression leads to, expansion. So be in attendance. The 3-week close as a bullish outside 3. Fell to down on the weekly. fell to down on the 5-day. Same for the 3-day and the daily. And I know y'all probably wondering, or probably not. I have this. Oh yeah, okay, cool. This trend, this trend line, this blue trend line I've been following it since back here. I followed it about right here. I started right here. Me and Rose been talking about it because we were anticipating for it to push out, like the big move to be here, and it didn't. Instead, it came back in. So this is where we are with it, and it gapped down. So I'm just been watching the journey in Q. So now we're back within the range of this triangle that I drew, these trend lines that I drew. And so do we get back in here and consolidate some more? Do we get back in here and just put in and get ready to push out and hit all-time highs? Because once we push out again, look, this it's there's really nothing but space and opportunity to all-time highs. There's no point of real rejection once we push out of this trend. So I'm really watching and anticipating what happens outside of this trend. Sure, we have previous month high, but the magnitude of being in this compression that NQ has been in since last year is strong enough to push. I mean, it's tech. So when it's ready, it's ready. That will be the same for Q. So I'm not really gonna go through all that again. But same thing. It's in, and once it pushes out, it's gonna be ready. It's gonna pop. This is even from previous month high. This is what, a little bit under a $10 move. That's not bad. It's gonna push out of it, and it's gonna hit the 140s. I mean the 640, 641. IWM on the monthly to up. Same for the 3 week. Weekly did close as a fail to up, and the daily. Oh, I skipped over 5-day. Same for the 5-day. I'm probably sure the 3-day didn't quite hit the fail mark, but it is. They rejected off the highs at 271.60, and so we could be coming to target the lows on the 3-day, which could bring it down to 261.14, or even further if there's aggression to 258.24. Well, in the grand scheme of things, that really is not too bad. That's a nice pullback. This line got to be last year all-time highs. Oh no. This year. Okay, I don't know. What is this? 258.20. Oh, beep. Okay, so yeah, that's cool. Yep. Okay, coming back to retrace at last year's highs is not bad. It could use it. That's cool. IWM. And again, remember I said, remember what VIX looks like. So, DIA. Monthly same. 3 week. So on the 3 week. The weekly is a two up, two down. Could be coming to target 50% of the previous month, 481.31, or even 478.36. It's possible on a weekly scale. Oh well, the 5-day, I don't know. Look like we didn't already tapped 484. I don't know. We have to let this. We have to let DIA open, cause. If anything, maybe it'll come just down to 488.55. No lower than 486. It might not come to 481 unless something is said. That's the only way it'll probably come down back to 481. But this 486 look like it might be its support if 488 doesn't hold. Time frame continuity is still to the upside, so hey. SMH. Look at SMH. So we're back within. Oh no. So we are 2 up. We made new all-time highs again. Cause did I post last week all-time highs? I kind of feel like I did. All right, 408.73. 3 week is a 2 up on the 3 week. The weekly is a failed 2 up. So we're back within last week's candle. Skip the 5-day. The 5-day, 2 up, 3-day. 2 up, but it's forming a shooter because it did reject off the new highs that it made. So as you can see, we made the new highs, gap down, and we're 2 down. We closed as a 2 down on the day. Wouldn't be surprised if we come and test the 393, no lower than 388, and continue to proceed higher with SMH. Man, I don't have nothing else to say about XLB, bro. I've been talking about this since the end of, I think I want to say the end of last year. Y'all, there's no entry. Y'all can go through this. There's no entry. It's just running. It made new highs again. It I don't know what the penny was about, but $49.99. So just refuse to go ahead and make it 50. But so we've been following this. Look, high swept. So. And we broke structure, so it's continuing. So XLB is like super green. XLC, let me see. XLC, it is a hammer on the mud. It's really can still in the range of this mother bar here, so it's just taking its sweet time, but oh my god, cause my Disney Play is trash. Once we got the 3 week, we are a fail 2 down on the 3 week. Nice doji coming off previous month lows. The weekly, same. Let me see, the 5-day. fell to on a 5-day. Nice. Nice hammer on a 5-day. 3-day. Outside 3 days. See? So I'm looking for a 3-2 continuation to the upside to take out the highs and beyond, and that should carry the communication services. Now there is a gap to the downside that could be filled, but I was taught aggressive gap down met with aggressive gap up. If this really wanted to continue to the downside, it wouldn't have gapped up like this, because now this gap can be considered as support and not resistance. So I'm pushing it for XLC to take out the highs here. So we'll see. XLE still looking good on the monthly. It made new highs at 49.89. 3 week, 2 up on the 3 week. The weekly, same. 5-day, same. 3-day, 212 on the 3-day. And the daily closed is a 212 as well. Time frame continuity is to the upside. With everything going on geopolitical, oil is still oiling right now. So there is a gap to the downside. It can come, give you a quick sweep, grab that, and continue to make new highs again. But yeah, that's oil. Now XLF, baby, XLF it looks horrible. So XLF, it did make new highs at 56.52, and then proceeded to reject them. And yeah, they said that was enough. And so here we are, outside bar to the downside on the 3 week, looking for a 3-2 down. We are within some burning formations that I have. It's within a daily and a weekly burning formation. And mind you, these are old. I have the date on them. 9/11 is 9/11/25. And this weekly burning formation is 11/24/25. So yeah. As you can see, made new highs, but I guess decided to reject in the area of this burning formation. So make sure y'all drawing your burning formation. And this is a nice clear pattern. If I turn all this off and turn this on, as you can see, look what it's doing. It's just burning formation. Stand out, hovering in burning formation. Now made it back to the top. Now it's heading back to the bottom. So it's just doing what it's supposed to be doing. But XLF looks bad. The weekly 2-2 continuation to the downside. 5-day, yeah, look at that. 5-day, 3-day, and the daily. Just so looking for XLF. Surely if it does not hold 52.64 to take out that, and looking at 51.60, 51.60s from here. There's gaps here too. It's a gap here, it's a gap here. So looking for 51.60 on XLF, like if the previous month doesn't hold, which it doesn't look like it is. So, and that looks like even going into next month, because that monthly looks terrible. Look, fell 2 up on the monthly. Yeah, see, if we take out, that lines up with this pre-so. If you take out this low, man, we're coming down here on the monthly scale, man. So bearish on XLF, and as you can see, time frame continuity is to the downside. XLI two up on the monthly. The 3 week, 2 up on the 3 week, the weekly, inside weekly. So here is an actionable signal on the weekly if you like. Fell 2 up on the 5 day, the 3 day, inside, again actionable signal. And the daily close is a 212, 212 to the downside on the daily. Time frame continuity is mixed, and that's what I was getting ready to say. I feel like we still chopping in Excel. We're still within a range. It did make new highs last week, and now it's just kind of chilling. And also, if you just kind of look back, XLI has just kind of been doing this thing for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. So it did 3 weeks and compressed here a bit, and did another 2 weeks, and so we'll probably compress for a minute before looking like maybe continuing up. But right now I think XLI is just compressing. I mean, giving it a breather. XLK, kind of the same thing. It's inside, and it's definitely showing you that it's inside. So not really much to say on that. That's pretty much the same thing. It falls in line with the cues, with the compression that I talked about earlier. Being back within this box and its range. So yeah, same thing for XLK. XLP, man, shout out to XLP for being on the beam. Outside bullish month. So yeah, that 3 week same. The weekly two continuation to the upside. 5 day 2 continuation. Yeah, this doesn't have an entry as well. So I like it, but there's no entry at the time. At the present moment, XLP is doing this thing. Shout out to you people that are in Coke, that's been in it for a while. I think a couple of people called out Pepsi as well. So kudos to all the XLP traders that are getting paid. Yeah. Looking for new highs on this, right? XHB. Now let me see what went on with XHB. It's weak. It's weakening out. The monthly higher time frame is bullish. It is an outside bullish month. We will potentially, hopefully, continue to close out the month bullish. Hopefully, as long as it can hold 110.30, and even if so, 109 even would still not be too bad of a close on the month. So higher time frame is still showing upside, but I want to say once we got down to the lower time frames, let's see, outside bullish 3 week. I'm doing this because I'm living this curve to the upside like that. I know y'all see this. The weekly did close. See, yeah, that's what the lower time. The weekly did close outside bearish shooter. If you potentially catch some downside, that's why I was saying 109 will be okay. Because the 5 day close as they fell to up The 3-day closes, a double outside bearish 3-day, and the last candle is a shooter. So, I guess it could just potentially be a pullback. Look, we got a gap here. So, 108, 109, could be the land. What is it? Line in the sand. But short-term bearish on XHB, still looking higher time frame bullish. Real estate, shout out to real estate for doing its thing last week. Was it last week? Let me see. Over here. It's still in the box though. That's what I want to show. It's still in the box, but it's showing some positivity. It's going to close the month green, so outside bullish 3-week, 2-week. Inside here is your actionable signal on the week if you choose. 5-day, fail to up on the 5-day, 3-day. To reversal on the 3-day, the daily. So if y'all remember, I mentioned this. Is this 4242? Yep. I mentioned this last week about 4242 and why that was important, because it is the outside of the compression box that it has been in, and it has definitely got to push through that to show me that it really wants 43 and beyond. And that's why I said that, because it didn't even get to 42. It got to 42.34 and ran out of gas. That is why that was important. So I hope I had thoroughly explained it, because I feel like I did. The monthly on utilities, looking horrible. Not sure what we got going on here. It looks like it did hit some broadening. Oh yeah, I just drew this. I kind of been getting back into my broadenings. Y'all should too. They dope. 213 on the 3-week, bearish. Inside weekly, there's your actionable signal if you choose, but as you can also see, if I turn all this off, let me see, within these burn informations, XLU is in a range. So even if I turn this back on, as you see, we're literally within these burnings. So it can go either way. It is in a downtrend. It's like in a downtrend compression. So we can downtrend, compress, and expand back down further, or we can downtrend, compress, and then push up out of this range. But until then, we are stuck. I hope y'all were able to see it. 5-day, 3-day, it's all gonna be the same. No, don't move my body. There's some targets, gap targets to the downside. Like I said, even though we are in the ranges, we are bearish. So we could come and tap previous month's low. Could come tap 42 and even possibly 41.70. The daily, We did hammer off of 4230, but we'll see. Time frame continuity is to the downside, and there's a gap. There's a gap here from Thursday the 8th to Friday the 9th. That did it feel? Technically it wicked it. So that's technically it filled it. That ain't enough for me. I don't know. I don't know about that. That can't be enough. I mean, to the T, that's it. We'll see about that. Like I say, time frame continuity is weak, so y'all can see how y'all feel about that. XLV on the monthly, I believe I like this still. I think what did I say? It was just compressing for a minute. 2 up on the month, 212 on the month, 3 week, outside bullish 3 week. And weekly saying 313 on the weekly. But if you can see, it's just kind of like in this. Y'all see that? It's just like here. So you know. So we'll see. It did make new highs 2 weeks ago or so. At 160.59. So yeah, it has its right to be compressing, but I am still bullish on it. 313 on the 5-day, 3-day, 2 up on the 3-day, and the daily is a 2-2 reversal. Time frame continuity is mainly bullish, like I say. So we could be just in. Gonna do this for a while. XLY, I like XLY. 2 up on the month. Made new highs at 125.01. Shout out to the penny. 212 on the 3 week, the weekly. 2-2 reversal where it fell 2 down on the weekly, so that's a good way to end the week. The 5-day, look at that. That caught my attention. And I think it was that caught my attention, and the way we have aggressively pushed back against this gap down with a gap up, and we're looking for pretty much a gap and go out of this downside trend. So looking headed back to the highs and beyond on XLY. And last but not least is XME, which does not have an entry as well. Oh well, I guess what was that? Well, I'll see that. High time. This thing's still on the ring, bro. Still made new highs. 3 week, weekly, 2-2 continuation. 5-day, 3-day. Yeah, man. It's just something had an inside day. Okay, well the daily. There you go. Here is your entry, but bro, we at the highs with this. I mean, XME is still XME since December 31st. So that would have been a great entry. Even though technically since the trend, here November 21st. So last November, this thing has been like, yeah. Time frame continuity is, of course, to the upside. So, that's it, man. Yeah, that's it. It's not bad. XLY. Keeping an eye on XLV. Like I say, I'm still bullish. Just buy some time. XLU, I'm bearish on. Real estate. Y'all know I be rooting for real estate. So we still in the box, but we trying to get out of it. We trying to get out of it. XHB. I said it's pulling back. If it can hold 108, we cool. XLP, like XLP, is doing this thing. And it is above 50% of this compression gap. This is 50% of the, and it's above it. So time frame continuity, full time frame to the upside. So like that. XLK, I see this compressing that mug in a box. XLI, what did I say? I think I said it's pulling back. Higher time frame is still showing bullish, but I mean, not really no, but yeah, lower time frame is pulling back and low key in the box. It's in the box. XLF I said was bearish. Looked at nasty. XLE is bullish. XLC, I like XLC. The gap down with the gap up. XLB still bullish on materials. SMH. I think I said bullish on XMH, but pulling back. DIA the same. IWM bearish on IWM. That's Bank's fault. Nah, I don't know. Q's I said were trapped. That's the same with NQ is. We just kind of in a range. Inside day is we closed. Spot inside day, and what did I say about VIX? That we got to be careful because VIX does this thing at 1528 where it gaps up, which means the market will be bearish. So that is it. That is all. Peace.